Well, good morning. I mean, not good morning. Right? To me, it's like, I run 24/7, so every minute is good morning for me. But anyway, good evening, everyone. It's good to see all of you here. Super exciting day today. This is to kick off for our third annual, or the fourth annual actually, right, of the Small Business Development Program. This class definitely has grown over the years. I remember when we first started, we were desperate to try to get the word out and try to get people involved, the entrepreneurs to come in to set up shops and to help us and so on and all that. Last year, we literally doubled from first year. And then this year, and it's 30% increase from last year. Over 80 participants, and this is wonderful. I want to talk to all of you, and the fact that you're here, and that demonstrates that, because whenever we talk about training, whenever we talk about sharing knowledge and so on and all that, we need both the person giving information as well as the person receiving information. The fact that you're here, you're taking the time to sit here and go through these speeches and I'm sure you just want to get going. Let's dive into this 10 weeks of worth of classes where you're going to learn lots of things about how to do business in Baltimore City. And at the same time, you're going to be able to create a lot of what we call partnerships with others who are already in the business, that are primes that, of course, has stand up and offer their assistance to share information, lessons to learn. How did they become a prime? And I guarantee you, none of them started as a prime, right? Everybody starts small, and that's why we always say small business really is the economic engine for any city. And certainly is true for this city. And we're super excited about this program because, why? Right? Baltimore City is not alone, just like the rest of the United States. Our infrastructures are old. And then at the same time, our infrastructure has been overlooked because people literally take it for granted. You turn the faucet, water comes out. You flush the toilet, the commode, right? The wastewater goes out. And the reality is that lots of people I ask, or I communicate with, and ask them, where do you think this water comes from? They have no clue. I got that blank stare coming back at me. It's like, it's supposed to be there. It's like, somehow it gets there. They really doesn't understand what that level of effort goes in to bring that clean drinking water to each individual household in the city. We serve 1.8 million people, not only in Baltimore City, but 5 surrounding counties as well. So that means every tap on our view. When someone turns the tap on, water should be coming out, and they are coming out. But at the same time, because these are pipes on the ground, out of sight, out of mind, people don't really think about it. People think those pipes are going to last forever, but we all know nothing lasts forever in life. Right? It doesn't matter what you get. You buy a car, has a useful life. You buy a television, it has a useful life. So are the pipes. So what happens over decades, we as consumers has been taking this for granted. We think it's going to last forever. We really haven't thought about, well, we got the pipe in the ground, we spend the money. They think that's the end of the job. No one really think about when is the right time to renew them. And the renewing, what strategy should we go? So for example, we got 4,000 miles of pipeline, got 2,500 miles of sewer lines, another 1,500 miles of stormwater. So when we talk about useful life, because I remember to tell you a sort of side story. In my former position in another locality, I went in front of the council because we had a huge break. And the council person asked me, so Mr. Chow, tell me where is going to be the next break? right? Right? So you think, well, with all these miles, thousands of miles of pipeline, each segment of the water line is 20 feet long. So the question was, which 20 feet is going to break next? You may think that it's sort of like, wow, that question is really out there. But in reality, think about it. It is not. That really is our job. We are supposed to have a good understanding, good handle on the assets that we own. We should have a good understanding what's the remaining useful life. We should know the vulnerability. We should be able to forecast where about the next break is going to be. Are we going to be 100% correct every single time? No, we're not. But the odds is you want to increase that odds so you are more and more accurate. Because we all know when an infrastructure breaks, when you try to repair, this is where you come in. Contract. I guarantee you, if I call you and says, I got an emergency job for you to do, versus, hey, there's a contract for you to bid on, which one you think I can get a better price if I put out for bid? So all we're doing is spending a lot of money on emergencies when they occur. That's not something that can sustain for a long term. So what I'm trying to convey to you is that we have a lot of work here to do. We have really not been paying attention. We have been kicking the can down the road. We choose not to kick the can down the road. We've got to deal with this thing head on. What that means is that we need a lot of contracting capacity. We don't have enough from what I'm looking at. We want to create enough bench strength, so create healthy competitions, so we can keep the pricing reasonable for our ratepayers, our citizens here. So all these things is where you come in. When you become prime, when you become an entity that can compete for our jobs, right? I'm supposed to tell you that we got $3 billion worth of infrastructure work to do. But in reality, it goes far, far beyond the $3 billion. Because when the last piece of pipe is replaced, what do? We start all over again. So the needs for contracting capacity is a continuous. We need to create that pipeline. And I encourage you to take advantage of this 10-week class, because that is going to create some fantastic outcome for you as a prime, as a sub. You're going to start with a sub, and you're going to turn into a prime, because I want all of you to be a prime. And I just see our mayor walking. I don't want to put the word in her mouth, but I know she's looking forward to you, every one of you, to become a prime.